Welcome to Motivated Living.
Change is on the horizon.
Good morning, wonderful world of YouTube. My name's Chris, and this is Motivated Living. I'm in the truck, but it's not a driving talk. It's a parking talk. I'm sitting outside of my wife's physician's office, family physician. She's getting a checkup. And for everybody who's new, welcome. Brief recap for everybody new and all you regulars. She was hospitalized last week for about 4 days, and this is just a follow-up visit to that. She had a knee replacement done earlier in the year for her second knee. Somehow an infection set in. She's highly susceptible to going septic, and her physician sent her over for some tests. They hospitalized her. They've been pumping her full antibiotics via IV over there and let her come home. But they're on top of it. She's a critical care patient. These last 5, almost 6 years, everything just changed. She went from being fit and healthy to fighting for her life all the time. So it's been ongoing. And as I said, she's a critical care patient. So yeah, we're at the doctor's office now. Me and this Snickers back here, our Belgian Malinois. Hi, little bud. It's my little buddy. He loves going on rides. You say hi? Look up, buddy. Just waiting on her. But I figured I'd talk to y'all about some things while we're waiting. Something's coming to mind is acceptance. And I go back to thinking, I used to battle alcoholism a lot. I haven't had a drop in well over a year or two. Don't even have a desire to drink anymore. It just one day I woke up and had zero desire. Like, man, I don't want to drink anymore. And was able, thankfully, to stop like that. But I had never really wanted to quit before. I was a daily drinker and functional. Time I wake up, time I go to bed, we drink, even at work. Make a long story short, though, it reminds me of some of the meetings and the material in there, how they talk about acceptance. You accept things you cannot change. Part of that whole serenity prayer thing they do. And I was sitting here just pondering how that can be applied to everything in life. Like, they teach you not just for beating your alcoholism or coping or whatever it may be, but in life's general circle of stuff, how things can come into play where it can help you. So acceptance, like with her health, we've accepted that, unfortunately she is sick and dying. We like to say, well, you're alive, so you're living today, but we accept that there's things we just really can't do, but we also accept that we know what things we have to do to keep her healthy and with us as long as we can. And faith plays a big part of that as well. Just believing that our higher power is going to continue blessing us and her, seeing her through it. But with acceptance, it kind of helps you to, I don't want to say be complacent, because that's really not a good word, but it kind of helps you to not focus on the negative of things. You accept that if it's something you may not be able to change, but in the process you can also focus on the good things. It sucks. It's 7 in the morning and I'm sitting outside the doctor's office, hoping she doesn't get any more bad news. But I can also look and say it's 7 o'clock in the morning. She's healthy today, having a good day, a good start. I got my puppy with me, Yeah, the sun's up. It's kind of warm today. The sky looks good. Pretty colors. So perspective also is a big thing. How we look at things and what we choose to focus our attention on. I've said this in many of my videos. If we focus on the negative aspects, it could still be a point where it just weighs you down and that's all you can see. And I still battle with this a lot too. Being somebody who suffers from anxiety, depression, PTSD, it's not always easy. And sometimes the biggest battlefield I've ever fought on is in my head. My own mind, where I can be my own worst enemy at times. I'm sure I'm not the only one out there. who deals with things like that. But it's all perspective. And whether we accept it or not, how do we deal with things? Do we give in to those things? It's constant. It doesn't stop. It's not just one and done. It's a daily thing. Have a little mental checklist. How am I going to overcome this? Sometimes it's just one breath at a time. Just like with talking about sobriety, they say 1 day at a time, 1 hour at a time. Sometimes it's 1 minute at a time. We make that choice. I'm not going to drink right now. For this minute, right now, I'm not going to drink. Or for this minute right now, I'm not going to think about negative crap. Just continue, just retrain your brain. And eventually it gets a little easier, But we all have hiccups. We're only human. I could be the best car builder in the whole wide world and still put out a lemon or two. It happens, I've seen high-end vehicles where they just are broke down on the side of the road. It's not often, but it happens. So it's just part of it. The main key is never give up. Even if you backslide. I could go stop at the bar and have a drink, and then go home, probably beat myself up like, man, you've done really good. And then choose to stay in that downward spiral because I feel like crap over my decision. It gets me weighing down. Or I can just be like, okay, you messed up, and start over again. And then everything's fine. Perspective. How do we choose to deal with those things? That's all I wanted to share. It's already been 6 minutes and 35 seconds that you have to look at this mug early in the morning. So I'll be sending y'all a check for listening to me talk and having to look at this. Put your phone under the bed, scare the mice off or whatever. I got you. I hope everybody has a good day. Today is Friday, TGIF. I don't know if anybody has any plans for the weekend. I honestly don't. I do have more time at home now. I personally chose, since my wife come out of the hospital, and the wheels had already been turning, because I have a side thing that does fairly well. Actually, I have a few. To resign, to be home more. And then this last hospital stay just made me really think that I'm needed there at home more. So I'm looking for all kinds of other ways to bring income in while I'm in the house. So I did resign from my employer. I talked to them. They understood. They know what's going on with my wife for years and years and years. They've been there, and they accepted the resignation. No hard feelings. Didn't make me do the 2 weeks. And they've worked with me for quite some time with her health issues and good understanding. And emergency arose, which several have. So they're great. So it was reluctantly, but now I'm going to be at home more to help her. And I keep telling her, because she's also like me, doesn't like asking for help. I don't want to ask nobody for nothing, and very independent. So I have to count, baby, that's why I'm here. If you need something, I got you. I understand something little. You want to grab your own water out the fridge or something, or I'm trying to do everything because that's why I'm there. And I'm in the process of applying for being, through her insurance, her home caretaker, which recognized, not just me doing it. So that'll help too. I'm not sure if that'll entail a day or two of having to travel and go take some classes or courses for it. I'm not sure. I've been making calls, kind of running in circles right now, trying to figure it out. It's just a matter of finding the right phone number. It's not being discouraged, and just keep trying. Like I said, if you slip or don't get the result you're after, the important thing is you get back up, because you're going to get knocked down. I'm going to get knocked down. It happens, The main thing is not how many times we get knocked down, it's how many times do we get back up. Just something to keep in mind. So there it is. That's what I'm going to be spending a big part of today doing, a bunch of follow-up and planning, and that's it. I might work on the choo-choo trains a little. Part of me's thinking about pulling the plug on that too, and just focusing, talking to you guys. And this is where it started. I know it's a cool concept dealing with the trains and the stuff in the background, but I can throw them in here. I don't need a dedicated channel. More stuff that I'm not able to fully focus on like I should be. So, whatever. Time will tell. You guys have a great day. Be safe, be blessed, and appreciate everything. Always be looking for the good. It's out there. Trust me, if you look for it, you'll see it. It's there. Sometimes you gotta look hard, but it's right there. See you guys. Peace.